Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the super cool Pentimento bracelet, and this was designed by KBGLoomer24 on Instagram. I will make sure to have her name in the description box below, but this is what the design looks like, and it is a variation of the Ufu Hamu bracelet that was designed by Adele Griffiths and tutorial by Loves to Loom, so just to get that out there. And I'm going to bring up KBG Loomer's 2024's Instagram profile here. So, like I said before, I'll make sure to have her name in the description box below. But this is her account, and this is the photo that she has posted, of this design. And just scrolling through her account, she has some pretty nice edits and all of that fun stuff. So definitely make sure to check out her account and give her a follow for me. I'll make sure to have her name in the description box, as always. And to make this bracelet today, you are going to need a hook. I would recommend a double-ended hook, but you can always use just a regular hook. And you're also going to need a C-clip to secure your bracelet up at the top, and then some colors. I'm going to be using 4 colors for the purple that's pretty much everywhere here, and then white in the center where the black is. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So taking your first color, which should be your purple. I'm going to be using the pink solar band, so if the bands start changing to purple, that's probably why. It's because I'm in the sunlight. But what you're going to do is after you make a cap band, you're going to take the same color and pull that cap band on, and before you close, lift one of those cap band loops. Then you're going to take another band, pull the first 2 loops on, and then lift the farthest one back on. So lifting the band that you pulled through the cap band. Take your second band, pull it through the first 2, lift the farthest one, and then your third band, pulling it through the first 2 and lifting the farthest one. So you're going to add 3 bands onto each side. So now that you've done that for this side, you're going to go ahead and slide this down. And you're going to have to take off this first loop here so you can grab the cap band loop. So put that on your hook. And then we're going to take 3 more of these pink bands here. So taking your first one through the first 2 loops and lifting the farthest one. Make sure that it is not the cap band that you're lifting, but the other band. And then you're going to take the first 2 loops again and lift the farthest one. And last time, first 2 loops, lifting the farthest one. So now you should have, I think, 10 loops on your hook. 10 loops on your hook. And what you're going to do is grab a white band, which in this bracelet is the black, and you're going to pull it through the first 7 loops. So you're going to leave these 3 loops on, pull everything else through, and then before you close, you're going to want to lift these farthest 3 back onto your hook as well, and then just make sure to rearrange it after you do that. So now it should look something like this. And what you're going to do is take your next color, which I am using the solar yellow, so if it starts turning red or pink or whatever, again, it's a solar band, so it will change. First thing you're going to do is pull it through the first 3 pink loops, but then you're going to want to take the second white loop here, not the first one, but the second one. You're going to pull that up and cross it over the end of your hook, and pull it over the end. And then you're going to lift just the farthest pink loop and put it back on. And you're going to add 2 more stitches on. So taking another yellow, pulling it through the first 2, lifting the farthest one, and another yellow, through the first 2, lifting the farthest one. And you're going to go ahead and slide this down to the other end so we can do the same thing. Taking 3 more of your yellow bands here. We're going to add 3 bands onto each side. So taking your first band through the first 4, you should only have 1 white loop on your hook. You're going to lift the farthest pink, taking your yellow, pulling it through the first 2, and lifting the outside yellow. And then same thing for the last one, pull it through the first 2 and lift the outside one. So now you should have something like this. And what we're now going to do is once you have 10 loops on your hook, you're going to grab a white band, and you're going to pull it through the first 7 loops on your hook, and then you're going to lift the outer 3 back on and rearrange. So now you should have something like this, And if it makes it easier, you can cross these bands before you add any bands on. And make sure that all of your bands will cross the same way. So this band is on top going this way. So I'm going to make sure that this does the same. So, crossing a band like this, and I'm going to take my next color, which is my green, and you're going to pull it through the first 4 loops here, 3 yellow and 1 white, and then just lifting that farthest yellow back up and reattach. The yellow and the green doesn't really show much of a difference, but anyway, you're going to pull it through the first 2 and then lift the outside green, and pull it through the first 2 and lift the outside green. So once you have that, you're going to go ahead and slide this down to the other end. Again, taking 3 green here. And then what you're going to do, pull the first one through the first 4 loops, lifting the outside one. Pulling the second one through the first 2 loops, lifting the outside one, and the third one through the first 2 loops, lifting the outside. So now you should have something like this. Can't seem to get it to really show, but this is what it should look like. Now taking another white, pulling it through the first 7 loops here, and then you're going to lift the outside 3, rearrange, and then taking my last color, which is the blue, taking 3 bands per side, I'm going to pull it through the first 3 loops, grab the second white loop and cross it over the first, and it's going to drop over the end of the hook. This is also easier to do at home, not on camera. But anyway, you're going to lift that farthest green loop, taking your blue, pull this through the first 2 and lift the outside blue, and one more time, lift the outside blue. Now pull this down to the other end, taking your next 3 blue, pulling it through the first 4. Make sure that your bands do stay in order throughout the entire bracelet. You don't want to accidentally pick up the wrong bands. And hopefully you have the kind of concept, oops, that's bad, sorry. Hopefully you're going to have the concept by now. You're just pulling through the bands and then lifting the outside one. And I'm going to go ahead and stop here and just show you how to finish it off. So go ahead and pause the video here, and then when you come back I will be showing you how to finish this bracelet off. Okay, so to finish the bracelet off, what we're going to do is, once you're at this point here, you're actually going to take another of these white or black bands. So go ahead and do that. Again, pulling it through the first 7 and lifting the outside 3 just like this. Then what you're going to do is take a band of your next color. Mine would be pink because I'm going back to the beginning. Pulling it through the first 3, and you're going to cross, oops, I'm crossing this the wrong way. You're going to cross the white band and pull it over the end of the hook, and then you're going to lift the outside blue here. And we're actually not going to add on any more bands, we're just going to pull this to the other end of the hook here. And we're going to take the pink, pulling it through the first 4, and just lifting that blue. If you like, you can rearrange it to the outside. But this is what it should look like here at the end. And then all you're going to do is take 1 band, I'm going to use pink again, pulling it through those 6 loops, reattach, and then you will add your C-clip here. I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera, like after the tutorial, but that's all I'm going to have for this tutorial. So thank you for watching, and make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and follow KBGLoomer24 on Instagram. I'll make sure to have her name in the description box below. And that's what I'm going to have for this video, so I hope to see you next time.